Hey, everybody. We are getting ready to celebrate the day that changed human history, Easter. And so we're taking a little bit of time to consider the last 7 words that Jesus said. Do you know, in the last 6 hours of his life, he said 7 phrases, 7 words of power that revealed not only the character of Jesus, but taught us some lessons on how to live through hard times and live through bad days. And maybe one of the most powerful things he said was in Matthew 27:46. My God, why have you forsaken me? Jesus is on the cross. Think of this. Jesus is God. He's the Son of God. And he's looking to his Father. And in that moment, he's asking what can almost feel like an irreligious question. He's questioning God. Why would you forsake me? One of the things Jesus teaches us is it's actually okay to question God. Haven't all of us had doubts and questions and uncertainty? Jesus actually says to God the Father, I don't even understand what you're doing. Why are you doing this? And maybe you've had moments like that in your life. You looked at something in your life and you said, God, why would you do that? Or somebody you love went through something and you would say, God, why would you let them? Why? I don't understand what you're doing. God's big enough to handle all of our questions. He's big enough to handle all of our cares and our uncertainties. He doesn't push us away. And you know, at this moment on the cross, Jesus, for the first time in human history, is being separated. One theologian said, he who hung there upon the cursed tree had been from all of eternity the object of the Father's love. He'd been from eternity past the delight of the Father. The Father's presence had been his home. The Father's bosom had been his dwelling place. The Father's glory had been shared from the beginning of eternity. He had enjoyed unbroken community and communion with God. And yet in this moment, for the first time ever, he's separated from God. And the reason he was separated from God was because Jesus was taking our sin upon himself. In fact, do you know that's what the cross is all about? It's not just like some sentimental picture of Jesus' love. It was when all of the sin we had committed was placed upon Christ. And he took it on our behalf. He took our sin so that we might receive his righteousness. The truth is today, if we know Jesus as Savior, he doesn't forsake us. That Jesus was forsaken so we don't have to be. That Jesus was willing to take our pain upon himself so that we didn't have to stand far away from God, but we could be brought near to God. That this was the great exchange. Jesus would take our sin that we might receive his righteousness. That's what this Easter is all about. It's about Jesus being willing to take the full crushing weight of our sin upon himself so that we might be forgiven and have new hope. Be encouraged today. Because of Jesus, we can have a connection to God. That means this Easter, we're not just putting on church clothes and going to a building and pretending to have a religious day. We're worshiping personally the God of the universe who made a way for us to be connected personally to him. We can't wait to celebrate Easter weekend together.